And speaking of genuine dudes, Oscar Isaac seems like a genuine dude. All right, let's talk about episode 5, which, damn, next week's going to be the season finale of Moon Knight already, man. To me, or I don't know if you guys are feeling this too, who's watching Moon Knight. And by the way, I won't be doing spoilers on this episode, but if you haven't watched the previous episode, I will kind of reference what happened on the previous episode that led into this episode. But I won't say spoilers in this episode at all. But it's just kind of funny because, it 6 episodes, and doesn't it seem like the series is like really starting to kick into gear, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, there's one more fucking episode of this season? I'm like, shit's really starting to happen right now. I mean, the end of last week's episode where all of a sudden it's like, wait, he's shot? No, he's not. And then he's in a mental institute and everybody's different. And what is going on? The fuck? And there's a hippopotamus. What the shit? There's so many things that are happening when it comes to this series. And the fact that now, when it comes to Mark and Steven, they used to always just being able to communicate through reflections and stuff. Now, by the way, I mean, we've come such a long way when it comes to like the same actor on the same screen. It just, everything's so flawless now. It's crazy. But when it came to this episode, though, and Steven and Mark trying to like figure out, I mean, obviously we got this is why I'm saying, like, man, it just seems like things are really starting to kick into gear now. I mean, it just means that we're definitely going to get a season 2, but man, we got the whole like big, huge backstory going back to childhood when it comes to Mark and Steven kind of finding out things that might have been blocked out from what he knows and everything. So there's just so many things that were happening. And I dig these kind of episodes. It's like, yeah, some people might be like, man, there wasn't, I want to see the costume and him kicking ass in the costume. To me, I like it when these superhero shows or whatever the hell, stories, anything really kind of goes, oh yeah, we could just show you the person, the character in the costume kicking ass and doing its thing and whatever. But I love it when they do this kind of stuff where they just kind of take it to a different direction where you're actually just seeing the character, or in this case, the characters themselves doing their own thing and like this whole crazy world, and maybe, and what's happening. And like I said, I don't want to go in like the full detail, but man, I'm just like really digging Moon Knight. And I'm curious to see how they're going to end this, because the way they ended this episode was like, so what? Yeah, I won't say what it is, but it was kind of like, all right, so what's happening now when it comes to the 2, So, pretty interesting. So, hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. I'm enjoying it. So, no, I wanted to know how they are 2 people. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I'm with you, Selena. I've heard of the character, knew a little bit about it, but I never read any comic books of the character. But you got Oscar Isaac. It's been pretty fantastic. It's up there with like Loki, in my eyes, when it comes to these Marvel shows. I don't know where I full on rank it. I think Loki is my favorite out of all of them so far. But I think Moon Knight might be up there. I don't know if it's better, WandaVision started off well, and then Ralph Boner showed up, and good Lord, let's not talk about Mr. Ralph Boner, huh? We don't need to do that, right? No.